Live from Rip City, it's the Urb Thrasher Flower Hour, featuring music, videos, and backstage interviews with the masters of metal, the monsters of rock, and the hellbellies of alt country. Now, throw your horns up and crank it to 11 with your host, Urb Thrasher.
Yeah! Get those horns up, everyone. What's going on out there in the world? Urb Thrasher here with Radical Russ.
Hello.
That's right, here in Roller J Studios, Rip City, Portland, Oregon. Coming off an amazing night last night of thrash here in Portland at the Tonic Lounge. What's up, Brain Trust? Went to see Destruction last night with Christian and Ex Mortis, and those dudes freaking ruled. German thrash is here in North America, and they're on tour. And I can't wait to tell you guys about that. Also tonight, man, wow, what a show. We've got Zirakzigil. These dudes, winners of the Portland Metal Winter Olympics. Russ, been going on for a couple months. And last weekend here in Portland at the White Owl, 3 bands went fist to fist, toe to toe, beer to beer for metal supremacy. Zirakzigil had a great win.
Yeah, I read all about it on the Urb Thrasher Flower Hour blog. If you go to the main website, 420radio.org, there's a pop-up that'll show up, and there's a direct link to the story, or you can just click on Urb's face there. It'll take you right to it.
Yeah, man, they had a big win. So many people here in Portland came out and showed up. It was just, the place was packed, full of music people, and we look forward to talking with them. I'm pretty sure they are en route right now to the studio, and expecting all 3 of the band members in here. So we'll get in here and learn about Zirakzigil. Where in the hell do they come up with that name? I mean, I've been saying it seems like for 20 times all day today. And
it's a tough one. It's like a Scrabble nightmare.
It is, man. And find out what they got going, man, and whether any recording, what did they win? All this kind of good stuff. Shout out to Disenchanter and Satiris, who also was bronze and silver medalist that night. It was a great night of metal.
I'm gonna guess it's Satyrs.
Satyrs.
Yeah, like a satyr is that, like the cloven hoof and the panpipe and all that.
That yeah, you know, I'm from Bama, man, and it's like, you know, my pronunciations get all screwed up.
Hey, I don't know half
but
of metal.
Satyrs sounds better than whatever I just said. So shout out to you guys. Also, man, Ronnie James Dio tribute. Wow, man, they just put out this tribute album. So many bands. It's been going on for a few years now. And in fact, you can really go back to Killswitch Engage covering Holy Diver. And, you know, so this has been in the works forever. Got some tunes with that tonight. We'll discuss that and really talk about that, man. I'm really fired up. So many great metal artists through the years are on that. And we'll look forward to playing some of you those tunes tonight. Also, man, Russ, there's a top 10 stoner metal list out there right now.
Yeah, this was floating through cyberspace, and I got a hold of this. It was off of OC Weekly, Orange County, right? It was on their blogs, and the article was the top 10 stoner metal bands. And I'm reading through it, and I'm going, played them.
We have.
Played them.
Yeah,
played them.
That's right. We ended up playing, you know, the only band, well, we'll get to this later, but there's only one of the 10 that we have not played, and we'll be looking into that and maybe correct that tonight. Come correct, 420 Radio. Come correct. All right, man. Top of the hour news, Radical Russ. 5 years. That's it. Game over.
5 years, game over. Our congressman said so.
So we'll talk about that, see what's going on, and talk about the cannabis community. But first up, rest in peace, my brother Odorous. Last week, right here on 420 Radio, we had guest Dave Tree from Tree, talked about GWAR, and you know what? What's one more week? We gotta have some fucking GWAR. Turn it up, folks. Let us slay. We'll be back.
Christ. We have no need for your crippled Christ, and we never lack for your advice. We don't have to hide our genocide. They'll fear us more when they know that we don't lie. It's gone beyond hatred this time. You love death, you call it a crime. I choose the dagger to deep in your guts. I'll put an end to it this time. Obedience to slavery. Don't give them a sword and then not let them use it. Send them to war and then make them lose it. This is a bomb, don't want to defuse it. Death is the answer, death is the answer. Total control. Oh no, so no time for life, time for the knife, time for the sword. Fetus is born. Total mutation, necromutilation, the perfect life form. Born for war. Let them slay, let them slay. Let them slay, let them slay. Let them slay, let them slay. The lust of blood won't go away. Let them slay, let them slay. Let them slay, let them slay. Let them slay, let them slay. We've got no time for your crippled Christ, and we'll never lack for your advice. Lie after lie, lie, lie. I do believe it's almost time. The crippled Christ, the crippled Christ. I do believe it's almost time. They're always calling for a sacrifice, and the body count is very nice. Lie after lie, 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 lie. I do believe it's time to die. call you angel of death. Hey, bloody whore, beast of prey, trying to kill this constant. Carnivore, call you angel of death. Bloody whore, beast of prey, trying to kill this constant. Carnivore, you call me the sexual cage. What you live is for the upstage. One day your life will decay. Carnivore, carnivore, way bloody whore. Carnivore.
There you go right there. German thrash with Destruction. Just freaking destroyed Portland last night there at the Tonic Lounge. Had a great time, man. These dudes, you talk about old school thrash, riffs, and just bringing it like old school used to, man. Destruction definitely does it. Been doing it for years. Thrash Till Die. So much great stuff. Mad Butcher. I mean, these guys really played at Crisian, and Ex Mortis opened up for them. Had a great time, so you guys definitely get out there and support Destruction and all the many major thrash bands that are going on out there in this world. And before that, GWAR, rest in peace, the mighty Odorous.
Yeah.
And, speaking of GWAR, man, right now we got our guests in town. Real excited to have these guys in Roller J Studios right now. Last weekend, they went to the White Owl. 3 bands, fist to fist, beer to beer, guitar to guitar, and they just went and won the gold medals. And we're sitting here right here with Zirakzigil, guitar dude. Charles, what's up, buddy?
How you doing?
All right, man. We got drums over here. Seamus, man, how you doing, dude?
Great.
Right on. Drums, bass over here. Connor, dude, you're a madman.
Yeah.
That's how you guys like to bring it, though, huh? You guys
Oh,
like
yeah.
to just freaking, from the moment on, from the first note, it was like energy and full throttle.
Oh yeah. We go all the way.
I know, dude. What do you guys think about, what about GWAR, man? Were you guys tripped out when you hear freaking Odorous passed away, man? You guys big GWAR fans?
Definitely. I'm not too psyched on GWAR.
No? Not even about what they've done throughout the years and just stood up and taken metal
I
and...
think they're pretty metal.
Yeah. I seen them on like one of those talk shows once back in the day.
Springer!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
And
dude.
that
I
was-
saw him on Jerry
that was
Springer,
fucking
too.
amazing.
That was amazing
I
TV.
love that. Yeah. I'm into
right.
that. I think they were on Wally George too. Used to be
Wally
really into
George,
that. Do you
dude.
know Wally George?
I do remember Wally George,
I
man.
watch him all the time.
Awesome, dude. Herb Thrasher here with Radical Russ hanging out in Roll J Studios, and we've got Zirakzigil in studio talking with these guys. Dudes, you guys went in there Saturday night, as we talked about. You guys won gold. So tell us a little bit about, like, how did you get involved in the Portland Metal Olympics? Did bands have to try out to get into that, or did you guys know somebody, or how did it start out?
Nate Carson kind of put out a thing to all the local metal bands, like
Nick
hey,
Carson was the host
Yeah,
of this whole event.
Yeah,
Drummer for Witch Mountain.
yeah. He put out the call to the metal lords, and we just answered the call.
And so, how long have you guys been a band before, starting this January?
About a year.
Yeah, yeah.
just at a
It's been
year.
about a year.
So you guys have been kind of
Pretty
like
new.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of, this is like, it's almost like for the first, you guys in your first little game, your first season, you guys
Yeah.
go on and just freaking win.
Yeah. We work our asses off for it.
Yeah,
That's what
we
do.
we
so.
practice every day.
Yeah.
We're pretty dedicated.
A lot of discipline.
Pretty dedicated to the metal. So how would you describe your guys' style? Like, you guys are definitely, I wouldn't say you're GWAR.
It's it's complex.
It's like progressive doom metal.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's the closest thing.
It's heavy, it's proggy, but it's not like, I think progressive is kind of associated with a lot of things that we're really not into. We don't play like flashy guitar solos or like, it's not about like being Dream Theater or something like that. Like we just
Prog,
it's
not
it's
the
way
prog.
heavier than what I think normal people think of when they hear progressive.
We're listening to the birth of the White Wizard right
Yeah.
now. Let's bring
Got
some of
that
that up.
coming on.
Yeah, let's turn
Get
that
just
some
a
up. Turn
flavor
that
of
up.
Yeah, kind of groovy.
The first thing I noticed right off the bat, 15-minute songs. Man, you guys could write some really long songs. And how do you put together a song that long? And then how do you remember doing it on stage?
it's definitely a challenge. You know, we kind of, the more we play a song, you know, the more we change it. It's really, every time we've played, I think just about every time we've played a show, the songs have been different, which makes it even more difficult. But
it keeps it interesting, but we're honing in kind of on what, just like he said, we play something different every time. We're kind of, we hone in on what the sound should be. Like the last show that we played was probably the most moving performance that we've played, but you know, like we said, we practice every day, especially for the Winter Olympics. We wanted to win this. You know, we didn't go into it thinking like we had to win, but of course we wanted to win. That's why we're competing. We want to push ourselves and see where we're at, especially, you know, we're as a band at a year, but our first show was in May of last year, like mid-May. So I mean, we're not even at a year of playing shows yet. So we're really honing in on what the sound should be and what the performance should be, and kind of figuring out ourselves along the way.
Yeah. Just, I mean, in terms of we start out with like charts, you know. We kind of draw out these big charts and put them on the wall. And at first, you know, when we're just learning a song, it really helps to have that chart there on the wall, because, you know, 11 minutes into the song, it's like, you know, at one point you got to look and see, this is where we're at and this is where we're going. But once we've played the song so many times, and we kind of, when we can do it without the reference, then we can start to feel it out and see what we like and what we don't like, and kind of make it into like a good solid song.
It gets to the point where like you're no longer worrying about like remembering the whole song. You're thinking about like how it feels, you know, what matters, you know, taking away or adding more or less, you know. On like the second show we played, one of the judges said something about he said that we were playing stuff like it was just showing off, like, look at what I can do, you know. But I feel like we all feel like we hold back the whole time, you know. We do everything, every hit I do, string, you know, it's just like, it's important, you know. If it wasn't there, you guys would be feeling that something was gone, you know. And I think we really try and go for like just a solid sound, you know, solid song. Everything is just, 100%.
Yeah, I got that from the show from you guys for sure. I really did, and I dig that. I'm you know, my musical taste. Those of you guys that follow the show definitely know that I'm all over the board, and you know, I appreciate some jam bands also, and I just went and saw Widespread Panic last week, and what you guys are describing is kind of what they've been doing forever. And they've made a career out of it, and it's almost like every show is different. You know, I was out there in front of the show that night, and they were in Seattle the night before, and half the fuckers there were up in Seattle to see that show, and they were talking about the song list, you know, and they sang this and this and this, and each show is different, each song is different. And it's almost like metal, you know, heavy metal through the years. It's become, each genre, you're trying to pin bands into these genres, and so bands feel like they have to be a doom band, or you have to be a thrash band, and I wish more metal would almost open up like what you guys are describing. I think that's very cool what you guys got going, you know, as far as being open and taking this. Maybe the song the next show is different, maybe it's not as the same, you know, maybe you double bass this time, or you don't put a cymbal here. I totally dig that, and it showed in the energy in your guys' songs. Yeah. And I definitely, you know, that night, man, it's really separated you guys with the other bands, and the judges honed on that, and you guys know that's basically what they said was they talked about your energy.
Yeah, that seemed like something. I mean, we went and watched every band. Yeah, and so we went every Thursday. We wanted to see what they were doing. We wanted to see what the judges were saying. We wanted to know what we need to be focusing on, you know, at home when we're practicing. And that was something that was a factor. And sometimes people paid attention, consciously. Sometimes the judges were like, you know, your energy was good, or you should have gone this way a little bit or this way, and they'd critique it, however. But I never went. The reason we play music and go see bands and stuff is we want to see that band that knocks you on your ass.
Yeah.
That doesn't give you time to think about whatever the hell you have going on in your life. It's like we want to just hammer it out and just nail you to the fucking floor. And I mean, I think that we did a good job. I think we do a pretty good job of doing that.
Yeah, it's definitely, we want to make it as exciting and kind of like big as possible,
Urb Thrasher here with Charles, Seamus, and Connor from Zirakzigil. And oh yeah, this one dude Russ over here.
me. And Roscoe.
And Roscoe is in Roller J Studios. You know what? I'll tell you what. We're gonna take a little 2-minute break. Let's turn up some music and hear some more of this tune. What tune do we have going right now, Russ?
This is still
the
birth of the White Lizard.
Nice.
We'll clue
Let's turn this up for catch a couple good minutes of what they got going on here. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Urb Thrasher here with Radical Russ here
Wow.
at Roller J Studios, and that right there is Zirakzigil. Fucking awesome stuff right there. Sitting here with Charles, Seamus, and Connor. And so another thing that's noticeable about these tunes is vocals. Timely vocals. It's almost like if you guys had a really choice, you almost wouldn't even want the vocals in. You would almost rather be an instrumental band. Am I reading into something there, or what's going on with that?
We love the vocals. So I mean, you know, the songs are long, and I like it when there's a vocal, the vocal parts, the riffs that we're playing when we sing the vocals, kind of like anchor everything down, keep it from like flying away. You know what I mean?
I do.
So it's like if we sing a verse and it's here, and then we fucking go out there, and then it's like you gotta come back to sing the next verse. So it kind of keeps things like solid and grounded.
Right
That's
on.
how I feel about it.
That's great. And so vocals is a part of Zirakzigil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just important as the music. It's just like you said, it's timely. It's gotta be.
Yeah. We
everything that we do has meaning. Just like kind of what Seamus was saying. Like if that cymbal hit is there, then it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's like the vocals. You know, if there's no vocals, it's because we're doing something. You know? And if there is vocals, it's because it's time for there to be vocals.
Yep. Sitting here talking about the Portland Metal Winter Olympics. These guys went on and won the gold. And, you know, we don't really know too much about this event. So if you guys will help us out real quick.
Man.
So this started in January. Do you guys, how many bands was in this? And how many times did you guys have to play to get to the point? Kind of give us a little rundown on the Olympics itself.
Was there 12 bands?
There was 12 bands, and it was a single elimination thing.
Yeah.
All
So
the
we
bands.
beat.
Oh, single.
What happens? There, the first round. It's 2 bands would play, and then one would move on to the next round, and so we beat the first round. Yeah, Tepish, and then.
Facts.
And then we went to the. There we go.
There's the first poster right there.
Flyer.
First
Awesome.
round.
First show.
This is in January. When is it? January 23rd. And as you can see, they had a thing going where it was 2 for 2. And it was $2 for 2 bands.
Yeah.
And that's a great deal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was just the most fun event. It's like every Thursday, you know, go down to the White Owl, see some great bands. Check it out. I mean, we met a lot of great bands and a lot of great people, and it was a fun time, you know. And it was just totally laid back thing. Everyone gets a prize, you know, and it's like, I mean, it was really great.
Carnivore, what about the judges? So it seemed like there was 3 judges. I went to 2 events, and it seemed like there was 3 judges in the semifinal round, and then 3 judges the championship round, and they were different. So were there different judges each week, or?
Yeah, every week there was 3 different judges, and Nate did. Nate kind of, I think he reached out to a lot of people that he knew that are local and otherwise. But it was different judges, and he mixed it up really well every time. You know, there was like journalists, writers, and then he ended up
from bands.
Yeah, different band members
industry.
and people from the area, like I said. But he saved the best for last. You know, the last 3 judges were all record label people.
It was Matt Jacobson with Relapse, and Scott Flaster with Seventh Rule, and Laura Clark with Vagrant Records.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I mean, it worked out that way. It was kind of weird. Like, it could be weird because, especially when it was 2 bands, because these I mean, they're not judges. You know, they were judges. They were playing the role of a judge, but they are not necessarily judges. So you could see when the first band went on, then they were throwing out high scores, and then the next band would come and they'd be kind of like, oh well, I don't really know how to score. They had to score off of the first band. it was tricky, but I think that it worked well.
Yeah, I think it worked great.
Russ, you played in many bands through the years, off and on. Were you ever in a band and you would have to play a show, and then you would have judges get up there and actually critique you, and more than once? And
I played a Battle of the Bands once that was like the worst gig ever. Right before we go, or like in the middle of the first song of like a 5-song set, the drummer breaks his bass drum pedal, and we had to play the rest of the thing without a bass drum pedal, which kind of is difficult.
That's rock and roll. Well, how'd you guys feel about getting critiqued? How was that? I know one time. And what about your name? I still remember dude saying something about, and your fans are the only ones who could pronounce your name.
Like
how was it getting to critiqued? And then follow that up with, let's go on and talk about your name. Where did that come from?
Well, those judges were the best judges yet. We went through a few judges that were just like they were more focused on other stuff than it didn't seem like they were really even saying anything that made sense.
It was really up in the air because every week there were different judges, and different judges have different tastes, and so it was literally like, every time we played, we had no idea if we were gonna win. All we could do is play our best and fucking hold it down. But it put a lot of it was crazy. I mean, when we're on stage and we're playing, we're not really thinking about like, oh, they're going to be judging us, because you kind of get into the zone. But it was definitely kept us on our toes, But at the end of the day, it was just a fun thing, and we met a lot of people, and it was like, we did what we did, whether or not the judges are going to like us or not. All we can do is like fucking give 100%.
Well, when you do hear, only your fans can pronounce your name, does that make you guys go back and huddle up and go, dudes, maybe we should look at our name? Or do you guys, is it like, fuck no, man, we're Zirakzigil, and we're proud, and we're that's what we are.
Yeah, we just try to say it as much as possible, especially at the show. It'll catch on, and we're always talking about, and there's all kinds of crazy ass band names that people, through the years have made their way. One I always say is Sepultura. It's like, dude, that's not the easiest one to say. Yeah. Or there's all kinds of European bands, like this fresh band Kveller Talk. It's like, did I just say it right now?
Who knows?
Yeah.
No, you're exactly right, and I dig that. My only thing is just make it legible so we can read it.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to look at a band's name and know the band. I don't have to pronounce it. You're right. I can get all that, but I want to read it. I want to know it. So where did the name come from? Where does Zirakzigil come from? Let's go. Let's hear it.
Well, Zirakzigil is the highest peak on the Misty Mountains from the Lord of the Rings. Zirakzigil is the dwarven pronunciation of the mountain, and it's where they built their most glorious city, the Dwarrowdelf, which was destroyed by the Balrog and burned into ash and became Moria. But I read the Lord of the Rings
that's metal as hell. I mean, that goes back to Led Zeppelin and shit.
Yeah, totally. Totally. I was just, when I read it, however many years ago, a decade ago or whatever, I came across the word, and I had always remembered it because I thought it was so cool. And I was like, man, that would be a great name for like some crazy prog band, Zirakzigil. And I think it's a good name, and I think it's kind of cool that it's weird, and people can look into it and see.
That's right. That is another way to look at that. I dig that.
But we've already done so much with the name. We're not going to be changing the name. Mm-hmm. We got our logo out there. We got our name out there. We got this recording that you're listening to. We made a limited edition cassette tape. Sold them all.
Russ, tell them where they can get this and hear this.
Well, I'm on anthemrecords.bandcamp.com, where I can find the Zirakzigil Battle of the Peak album, which is 3 tracks, but that's an hour.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting your money's worth here.
Yeah.
And it's available as a digital album, MP3, FLAC, and other formats, and kick down. Support music by downloading and throw them the money they're asking for.
Yeah. That's right. So what did you guys win? What was your prize from this event?
We got a great prize.
Manufacturing package.
Manufacturing
Crave Dog.
package. 1,000 CDs, 80 shirts, posters, beer koozies. We got cables from Solid Cables. It's really going to help us out because we're planning on going into the studio soon to do some more recording, and right off the bat we'll have 1,000 CDs ready to go.
That's fucking awesome. Say that Crave Dog, is that who you said put up that?
Crave Dog, yeah.
That's amazing. That's an amazing prize package right there. And so, being that you guys are going in the studio, so does that mean you guys already have some stuff you already have, I don't want to say written, because you guys definitely, you're on the fly, but you guys kind of have an idea of something, or?
I think that we're going to re-record the Battle of the Peak, but it's going to be a little different than this album or demo. Throughout the whole time we've been playing, through all the shows and everything that's gone down, we've basically made the songs 100%. We've made them how they should be. Yeah. I mean, for this recording, we kind of learned it and we had it, and it was like, let's get it done, let's record it, and we recorded it, and we love the recording. It's great, but now this is going to be, even better.
Yeah.
I hear when stand-up comedians will go out on the road and they'll have an act, and then once they get it out on the road, they find where people are laughing and where they're not. They'll tune it up a bit, and by the time it hits HBO, then it's the full deal, right?
Yeah.
So when you guys get reaction from the crowd, you change the song, and then, is that fair to say?
I think it's more of a personal thing. I think it's what we feel, more so than anything. I know that I personally, every time we practice, unless we'll be joking around, improvising sometimes in the basement, but, still, every time we play it, I'm analyzing everything I'm playing, and everything that's going on. If he's doing something or the guitar is doing something, it's like I need to think about it, and I think that it's all of us kind of doing that more than any sort of other reaction. Because live, at least for me, it's like I'm rocking out this whole time, and we have a 30-minute set. Well, I'm playing 30 minutes, at 100%. So it's like I can't really look out every once in a while. I'm too into what I'm doing to look out. Although I love everyone that's watching, I can't do it.
I think we get the changes that we make, I think, work well with the audience response, and I think we can see, I think if we were making the wrong choices, it would be pretty obvious, and we might, go in and reconsider what we're doing.
Well, you guys brought some of your audience that night.
Yeah,
it felt like it. It really did. You guys...
We had a lot of family there to support us, and a lot of our fans showed up. And it was a great crowd.
Well, I think there with the White Owl, we built somewhat of a following.
Yeah.
Between the bands themselves, because majority of those guys, there's 3 or 4 bands that moved on to the semifinals. They were all there. Yeah. So a lot of those guys, we built the following just there in those 3 shows, which was cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I felt like the whole metal community was out that night. It really felt like,
Definitely.
I don't get that feeling a lot. Even when I go to these metal shows, it doesn't feel. But that night there was something about it. It does seem like the White Owl's doing good things too to kind of help the community.
Definitely.
And cities around the country need places like that, and
totally.
so that's a real cool thing. Urb Thrasher sitting there with Radical Russ. We're hanging out with Zirakzigil, and right now back in the bed I can hear some building up. Let's get 5 more minutes of music and come back and close this hour out. Turn it up, folks. right, yeah, man, heavy stuff right there. You guys can hear the builds. I mean, just the tones and the structures of the song, the orchestration put together that makes a Zirakzigil tune. What about influences, real quick, man? Who do you guys listen to? What are some of the bands that influence this?
I think Yes is
nice.
one of the biggest influences for me.
I listen like to King Crimson.
Yeah.
And
he
like
listens to
only
King Crimson like every day.
Fuck, dude, that is awesome.
I have a broken iPod. I can't see the screen, so I've memorized like the movements, you know, and I have every single King Crimson album, and I just listen to it every day. I listen to mostly every album every day. I mean, it's amazing to me. I mean, and I just can't get over it, and there's nothing better in my mind right now. I mean, it'll change. My mind changes a lot, but King Crimson is the band for me. You know, it's my influence.
That's big time. What about you, Connor? What's some of the bands you listen to? Or
I mean, I have a different band for whatever I'm trying to influence. You know, I'll listen to certain bands for what I think what I want to go for vocals, and I'll listen to certain bands with kind of where I think a groovy line should be, or like where a heavy line should be. I listen to all the prog stuff too. I'm like, Yes is like one of my favorite bands in the world. Yeah. You know, I can't have a hard time picking favorites, but Yes is one of my top 10, 3 or whatever. And Gentle Giant and King Crimson and you know, Rush is a big one.
Yeah, Rush is
Pink Floyd,
definitely.
but then also like High on Fire is a big one, and Mastodon for the vocals are just real heavy, what they should be, and Neurosis. And then
I definitely hear some Neurosis. I was kind of wondering if that was going to come up. I definitely hear that in the vocals.
Totally.
We're pretty into Neurosis.
Big Neurosis fans. And Yob as well.
Yob,
totally.
I think some of the stuff that Yob has done is some of the best shit ever.
Maybe you get a chance to play a gig with Yob here pretty soon.
That would be amazing.
So. That would be like living the dream right there.
Yeah, totally.
They have a brand new album coming out. They're from Eugene, so you guys definitely check out Yob. We'll be playing their shit, definitely, and maybe we'll send word to those guys or something. I don't know, see what's up, try to help you guys out. Urb Thrasher here with Radical Russ, wrapping down hour one. We've been hanging out with Zirakzigil, talking metal and music and doom and the Portland Metal Winter Olympics and their great win. And within the last couple minutes we have going with this first hour, what's next? You guys told us your prize, 1,000 CDs and stuff. So what is the plan? Is there one gig that you guys are looking forward to? Maybe when you gonna plan to record? What's next?
We're shooting for June to record. We got a gig coming up. May 3rd,
Saturday.
We don't know the venue yet. We got a lot of secret gigs happening.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna play shows. We're gonna get the new recording out and keep it rolling, you know.
Writing new stuff kind of behind all of that as well.
Yeah. In the meantime, we got some new songs, so I think some of the upcoming shows that we're going to be playing, you know, in July, we're probably going to be playing some new songs. So it's going to be pretty cool. The new stuff is the next level.
Is it just you guys, or is somebody reached out helping you guys?
Nate Carson is the man.
Yeah. So Nate his name seems to be coming up quite a bit, and
he works it, man. He knows a lot of people. He knows what he's doing. He's been in the game for a while. He helps so much. He helps us so much. He helps everyone so much. We have a lot of grateful feelings to Nate. We're very, very.
He's a hard-working dude.
Yeah,
and he's helped us a lot, which is really cool.
Yeah,
we love him, cool. And we love Witch Mountain. And, you know.
Well, fuck, Portland's music scene is on fire right now. I mean, I'm not just kidding, am I? I mean, we're on fire right now, right?
Yeah,
totally.
There's
Absolutely.
a lot of great stuff happening.
I mean, so many bands, and you know, I'm with the last few minutes left, I do Rockin' Friday for Radical Russ, and it seems like a lot of times, you know, I'm bringing Portland bands onto his show, but It's not because I live here. I swear to goodness, man.
Yeah,
our
I know.
music scene right now is as good as any cities out there.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's
We got.
why
I mean, there's.
people come from all over the place to come here. It's like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm here.
That is right. Bands are now moving here so they
Yeah.
can be from Portland. now.
Yeah. They can
We're
play
finding
there.
that out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right on. This is Zirakzigil. You guys definitely check them out. They have a great Bandcamp page, great Facebook page. They're out there. Interact with them, ask them a question. We're going to come back with hour 2. Got some news. You know how we talking here in the cannabis community. We got brand new tunes. We got Ronnie James Dio tribute, and we've got Metal Stoner Top 10. Come back with us.